How's it going, everybody? It's Jimmy Thinking Out Loud. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these videos. I've been laying low, kind of a mental health break, really. A lot going on everywhere. Rioting in the streets, COVID-19, numerous problems with the business related to COVID-19. Nobody's been sick. Haven't had one person catch it or pass it or anything like that in the business, but there's all kinds of issues around it. Anyway, I won't get into that. Causing a lot of mental anguish and stress and shit throughout the household. Then you got, rioting and people dying left and right. A lot going on. Everybody seems to have some heavy shit on their plate, and some heavier than most. But I think it's all heavy no matter what. What's on somebody else's plate may not seem from the outside as heavy as what you're carrying around, but I assure you, to that person, it's just as heavy, or in some cases more so. Just kind of want to check in, and I think it's important that you take a mental health break when needed, whether from social media or news or whatever. I watch a lot of news. I watch a lot, and it takes its toll on me. I can't look away. I know probably the healthier thing to do, at least for instantaneous mental stability, is to look away. But there's so much going on. I feel it's also important to pay attention to everything, because otherwise you're going to get caught with your pants down, and it's not going to be good. Life is a series of problems. Okay, I mean, there's lots of good things in life too, but what we remember are the problems, the issues, the shit that we're going through right now. It's harder to remember the victories. And I try to remind myself that, I need to remember the victories. And I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Surely some more problems. But, we can't stop the problems from coming. How you adjust and how you deal with the problems as they come can absolutely reduce the amount of problems that tomorrow will bring. But there will always be some problems, coming down the chute. And we have to learn how to navigate through these problems, how to fix the ones we can, accept the ones we can't. Acceptance is a real, it's a tough one, man. That is a tough one. And I was recently talking to someone close that is, had something going on with a loved one, and they were diagnosed with some heavy shit. And they said, "Well, I can't do this. I can't live without. I can't, go on and this and that." And I immediately said, "Look, if this serious thing happens and there's no treatment, and you're going to be, going through life going, I can't, that's not the right approach, because when they inevitably go, which is tragic, don't get me wrong, but when they inevitably go, it's, you're right, you can't, if you've been telling yourself that. And what that's going to do is harm you, and it's not going to be good. You're right. You won't be able to deal with it, and then your own children will suffer because of that. And so instead of telling yourself you can't, it's time to start asking yourself, how can I, deal with this? How can I get through this tragic event in my life? And it's important that you have to learn how to accept the things that we can't change. And it's not just a recovery thing. That's in all life. You could have no substance abuse problems whatsoever. Acceptance is a very important part of getting through life. And so if you can't change it, you must learn how to accept it. And sometimes that takes a long time. And I recommend working on acceptance overall right now. Even if you're not going through something, start working on ways to accept things that you can't change, because that is going to be one of the most valuable tools to navigate through life. I struggle with it. I struggle with it all the time. Getting better. I am getting better. And but you know what? I've said this before. If you lose a loved one, say it's already done. They're gone. It was a tragic accident out of nowhere, and you just don't know how you're gonna pick up the pieces and go on, because they took such a big chunk of you. Well, it's okay to mourn. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to, to feel that way. It's not okay to get stuck there in those feelings and to stay there to where you're not functioning in your own life, and then your children or other loved ones are directly affected by your lack of being able to function. I don't know. My phone just said that it was getting too hot, and I don't know, there was a message on my phone just now, so I'm turning the air on. Hopefully that doesn't affect my voice too much on here. Just acceptance. It's so very important. And we have a hard time, all of us, me included, I've lost my train of thought. It sucks. Acceptance. Work on it. That's today's message. I'm sorry, guys. Peace and love.